Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Rebecca and I am here today to talk to you about what is going on in my bullet journal of shadows and how I've got it set up for the new year. So let's just crack into it. In my last video, I came in and I updated you on what had happened on the merging of my bullet journal and my book of shadows. You can check that out up above in the cards. And if you just check out the videos on my channel here, you will be able to see the natural evolution of my system. This video specifically is how I've got my bullet journal of shadows, I'm affectionately calling it, set up for 2021. And just for the record, I'm not the first person to come up with bullet journal of shadows. I saw it on a YouTube video somewhere here. I don't remember who, but it's just what I've enjoyed calling this because now this book, what I'm doing now is everything goes into one book. I have my book and it gets my tarot readings and journalings go in there. Any journaling about anything going on in my path goes in there. Planning for rituals and spells and craft work go in there. Planning for my life. Everything goes into one book, very similarly to how Jessica the Story Witch has done it. You can check her up in the cards as well. In that last video, I talked about how I wasn't likely going to be starting a new book for the new year, and I was really unhappy about that, and I decided to say fuck it and do it anyways. So when you see the flip through of my book that I only started mid-November, you will see a lot of pages taking up more space, a lot of pages I perhaps didn't need. It's something that I do. It's important to me to have a new book in the new year. So I picked gold. This is Electrum 1917. And I picked gold because gold is a color that I've been working with and that is very significant right now in working with my mother goddess Tara. And it also goes with the accents on my what I use as my notebook cover. The accents are gold, so it works well. And you probably hear my dog whining in the background. She's fine. She's just scratching herself. So a lot of the inspiration for how I'm doing things, which I love, is, again, Jessica the Story Witch. Please do check out that card, check out her channel. She's amazing. So the first thing I did was I set up the first page. It's not even like, it's the very first, with things to bring the energy of my word of the year and my card of the year. My word for 2021, at least right now, is purpose. And my card of the year is justice, which can also be broken down into the Empress card. So for purpose, I grabbed poems and things from the 2021 Wee Moon. So there was this picture here of people standing and fighting and saying no, protesting to machines and mechanics and such that are harming the world. And this little saying came with it. And it says, wage sanity. Imagine all of the world's guns melted into sculptures and park benches. And then this priestess poem I really loved for purpose. So I put those here. To me, they represent the feeling of kind of aligning myself with my purpose and things that I do think are connected to my purpose, even though I'm finding out as I go. And they also connect to the ways I want to be purposeful. So I have those. And then they had, for one of the months, for September, they had this gorgeous piece of art. It says incite justice. And I just loved the picture. I loved the feeling of it. I also feel justice work is going to be very connected to purpose in that word for me. And then somewhere else in the Wee Moon, I found this. And it says, all we ever are. It's called All We Ever Are. Each corner of this perfect globe has its arts, its languages, its people ingrained in the life of that place, seeds sprouting in native soil. Yes, we were born for this. And the two, justice and purpose, feel very interlinked to me. So I loved how it kind of worked together. And then I just took some little stickers I had. I wrote my card of the year, the fact that it breaks down to the Empress, and my word for the year. I have my index all set up like I normally do. And then on this first page, I did a poem. Again, this is from the Wee Moon. All of the cutouts that are in here so far are from the Wee Moon. And it's called Overcoming. And it talks about breaking through the cement and sprouting and overcoming. That's what the title is. So I just drew a little picture, and I feel like there's this very noticeable thread of energy running through what I'm going to be doing in this year. I don't know where it's going to take me, and right now I don't care. I don't care to know where it's going to take me. I'm just going with it. So I drew a seed sprouting out of the cement. I love this spread. This is my year ahead spread. And it's my year ahead spread. So I do a year ahead spread, and I recently created my own version. So still the same concept of you pull cards for the upcoming months of the year. And what I've done is I pulled cards from my I pulled cards specifically relating to astrology. I don't want to give away all my secrets because this is actually a spread that I'm testing out with clients. So I turn towards using astrology and crystals for my year ahead spread in the same divinatory way as people use tarot. So each month there's a square that's split into the card and the stone. I took the time to draw these crystals, which I actually am pretty pleased with how they came out. Like this one. Pretty pleased with that. I love how it looks. It looks kind of like a board game. So we have January, February, March, April's, all the way around. I drew a archetypes card from Kim Kranz's Archetypes Oracle for each quarter of the year. For the year overall, I drew an archetype, I drew a card, and I drew a crystal. And so I have this for my reference page. I learned when working with the year ahead spread last year that I don't like doing an in-depth interpretation of all of it all at once. So I have these so I can refer to them, and when it comes time to plan for the new month, I can look at my cards and interpret them then. And I really like the way that works for me. Now we're into the section with my trackers. This is my tarot tracker, as it says. I gave them 2 columns because I wanted to change how they looked. And this way I can write, like if it's reversed, if I get the Queen of Cups reversed, I can write the blue Q in one square and I can write the R for reversed in the other square. It'll just look cleaner, I think. So I have my tarot tracker. And this is for my daily pulls. And this is my moon cycle tracker. So I wanted to be able to see at a glance how my cycle lines up with the moon and the astrology of the moon. So I set it up for the whole year. It took forever. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a bunch of whiteout because I kept messing up, and it was such a pain in my ass, but I got it done and I love how it looks. The yellow moons here are the full moons. I wanted to be able to spot them because I didn't want them to just be empty. And as I get my moon cycle each month, I will fill it out over top so I'll be able to see at a glance how it's lining up. This is a tracker here for my husband's head. He has headaches. I track them for him, and I'm going to be tracking his head pain and the weather so we can try and identify more patterns and continue working to hopefully getting him into a place where he's living in less pain. This page, I have my moon returns. So every month, the moon goes back to the place it was in your natal chart where you were born. It passes over this place. It is a transit. And I'm a Cancer rising sign, which means my whole chart is ruled by the moon. Not only that, but I was born under a full moon, and the house my moon is in the fourth house, which connects to Cancer. So all of that kind of combines and layers, if you know astrology, to the moon affecting me a ton. So I wanted to record my moon returns this year and see if I notice any patterns. I took this cutout from the Wee Moon. They have it every year because I've seen it in Jessica the Story Witch's videos many times. It says what all the moons are for: the compost moon, the seed moon, the sprout, the growth, the bud, the flower, the fruit, the harvest. And around it, I've written my personal moon return dates. If you look up moon return calculator, you can find how to get this information online. The last page I have here at the front is just kind of another purposeful dedication page. I really loved these two poems, and I really wanted their energy with me through this book, through the time I'm in this book, and I loved how they work together. So this one, it's called, or the poem, I don't recall what that was called, but this piece of art was called Modern Witch. And it says, "If you are waiting for Kali or Mary or the moon to speak to you before your holy life can begin, before you know certainly there is magic here. If you are waiting for your body to look like Yoga Journal and your third eye to beam rainbows, the 1,000-petal lotus in your crown to start channeling wisdom before you can love like a saint, just open your ordinary hands and look at what is written there." And then on this page, the poem is called Nature of Me. And it says, "I am no angel. My feet are caked with dirt. My thoughts like tainted snow. My halo is askew where my antlers want to grow. That is the nature of me. I am atoms and moon dust, and laughter and tears, sand, mud, and blood, lightning, drought, and fears. I am a force of nature. With these freckles and wrinkles, and creaks and groans and flaws, and magic and desires, teeth, sneers, and claws, with my history and perspectives, dogmas and views, I swing from one tree branch into another mood. I am a freak of nature. I am no angel, just as nature meant for me. My spirit outlined clearly in impressions that I leave, as I step and I dance, and I spin and I sprawl, as I write and I sing, and I stretch and I fall. I am moss and the earth, part root and part cone, wings and some fur, and tendons and bone. Though I know I'm no angel, I make snow-white wings to soar my wild mind where nature still sings. That is the nature of me." These poems and so much in the Wee Moon just feels very aligned with the energy around me right now, where I am in my life and what I'm moving towards, what I'm learning to be in this new year with purpose and with justice. So I stuck those in there, and I drew a tree rooting around it. I just wanted that earth energy. And that's it for this side. The one other thing I have is at the back, I chose to set up my Calendex at the back. You can probably see ghosting. The ghosting fades, like when you fill things in more, the ghosting gets less noticeable, and it really doesn't bother me that much. So, and here's my Calendex where I record future plans, just waiting and ready to be filled. And that is how I have set up my 2021 spreads so far. I don't think I'm going to be adding any more specifically. That is my video for you on how my journal is set up for 2021. I hope you liked it. Let me know in the comments down below if you did like this video, and please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and come on back some other time. And I need to go sit down now because I have not been feeling good, so I need to sit. I hope you have an awesome day, and I hope you're well, and I hope you stay that way. Have a great one. Bye.